planner friends, I found a really cool Japanese planner. It's called the A5 Biz Grid, and I wanted to do a quick flip through with you guys and then do a comparison with it against the Hobonichi cousin. So without further ado, here we go. I will also link this because obviously I can't read any of this, so I will link where I bought it from on Amazon Japan. But this is what it comes in. I think they also have a brown cover for 2020 and potentially a black one, but I'm not sure. So this is more like a navy color. You can't really tell, but it's like a bluish navy color. Inside of the cover, it's meant to be as a folio, but I didn't feel like squeezing it back in. It has some horizontal little card slots. And then in the back, it has another type of card slot and a pen loop. So I'm going to take it out and show you the naked planner, basically. So this is what it looks like. It is pretty thin, actually. Let me show you. So about ½ an inch, give or take, thickness. So not bad at all. It doesn't feel very heavy. And like I mentioned before, it is an A5 size. It's just like a true A5. And let's do a quick flip through. I open it up to, this is like a cardstock-ish kind of page. And it'll have the 2020 calendars as well as 2021 and 2022. Then it goes into a yearly overview / schedule. And it's just one spread. And then you go right into your monthlies. And so it starts the monthly in November of 2019, so that's the current year. And it goes all the way through January of 2021. So that's what, 15 months. And then it goes into the spread of Gantt charts. I've never heard it called that, but it's a project planning kind of page, or I plan to use it as a habit tracking spread. And so you have these spreads. It looks like basically all the way through February of 2021. And then from there, you go right into the weeklies. And the weeklies look a lot like the Hobonichi cousin. It's a vertical spread. The big difference is it's not a 24-hour timeline. The timeline technically starts at 7 a.m. and ends at 10 p.m. And then up here, I'll bring it in closer, see if you can see, but they have actual little square check boxes in at the top. It gives you 6 check boxes at the top and 8 check boxes at the bottom in this shaded portion. And then in terms of the sidebar column, it looks a little bit thinner because the grid doesn't actually go all the way through. It kind of cuts off here. And then you have the calendars in the corner. You see what it looks like. Yeah, you get 2 calendars, you don't just get the monthly. And so you have all of these weeklies. It goes all the way through actually January of 2021, so they give you bonus months. And then from there, you go into blank grid. And they give you 60 pages of blank grid, and they're numbered in the top right or left corner. So you get all of these blank pages. And then at the end, you have a few pages of maps. You have some, honestly, I need to translate this, so I don't know what this says. Some age charts over here. It looks like some measurement charts on this side. And then a contact page, followed by another cardstock page. And then this gives the stats on the planner and some kind of ruler. So that's a quick flip through of what this guy looks like. Now let me do a very quick comparison with the Hobonichi cousin. So the biggest differences are going to be on the monthlies. It goes all the way, takes up the entire page, whereas the cousin, The Cousin has this blank space at the bottom. In terms of column width, they're all the same, and honestly, I mean, the squares look about the same size. Let's check out December. See, what I like though, for example, December, everything on the spread, whereas December here, it cuts these little guys and makes them smaller. So that's something to note. Also, in general, you can tell already on camera, the A5 Biz Grid is a cream color, whereas the Cousin is white. So that is definitely something you want to keep in mind. I know some people can't stand the cream color. Personally, I don't really mind either way, but just letting you know. But they're both Monday start. Everything else is just about the same, honestly. I already described the weekly differences. I'll just show you a week anyways. This is the Cousin versus the Biz Grid. Oh yeah, the other thing, of course, which I forgot because it's different order. My bad, y'all. This is what the yearly spread looks like. The Cousin actually gives you 2 spreads for the yearlies, which means the columns are a lot wider. You can definitely fit in a lot of plans, and they give you this blank space at the bottom, which I actually prefer. That doesn't happen here. And then of course, this spread is nowhere to be seen in the Hobonichi Cousin, which, I mean, understandably, but that's a bonus for this one. And then of course, you have the blank grid, as opposed to the daily pages in the Cousin. And the daily pages, honestly, I kind of use them as a blank grid, but the main reason why I wanted to try out this instead of staying with the Cousin is because of the thicknesses here. So side by side, you can tell the Cousin is a lot chunkier. And that's because this has 365 pages of dailies, whereas this has 60 pages of blank. The only reason so many pages can fit in this guy is because this is the Tomoe River paper, which is a super thin paper. I mean, it really is a lovely paper, but it's very thin. And because of that, you can see the ghosting and shadowing. It doesn't really ghost, but it definitely shadows very, very easily in the Cousin. Whereas the paper here, I already said that it's creamy, but it's very smooth and it's a lot thicker than the paper in the Cousin. And so I did a tiny pen test in the corner because I actually, since I only have 60 pages of blank, I really value it. But here you can see, yeah, there is definitely some shadowing, but no bleed through, which is really good. Honestly, this paper reminds me a lot of the Jibun Techo Biz paper. The Biz paper actually is my favorite though. I think the Biz takes almost any ink really well, whereas this guy, if you look, not too much smearing, but definitely the Papermate smeared and the Pilot did a bit, whereas with the Mio paper in the Jibun Techo Biz, it's just like, I mean, it eats up the ink immediately. It's by far the best paper, by far the best paper that I have ever used when it comes to any of these Japanese planners. So, but yeah, the main reason I want to try out this guy is because it is a lot less bulky than the Hobonichi Cousin. It's, I mean, they're same size, like cover-wise and things like that. It's just that it's quite a bit thinner, all in all, than the Cousin. It feels a little bit less bulky, and it feels a little bit, I don't want to say sturdier, but kind of like, I feel like I can be a little bit rougher with this one, whereas probably because the paper in the Cousin is so nice and so thin, I feel like I have to be very delicate and gentle. This one I feel could take a little bit more in terms of being tossed in a bag and things like that. So again, this is what the cover looks like on it. I'm just gonna put it in here like that for now. And then this is what it's called. It goes by the A5 BizGrid, and it cost about $23 to order it from Amazon Japan, and it came to me in about 5 to 6 days. So that's not too bad from going all the way to the other side of the world. This guy will run you at least $52 if you buy it off of JetPens brand new. You can find some in some buy-sell trade groups, so I would check those out as well if you're interested. And honestly, this would be a good bet if you wanted just to see if you even liked the layout and design of the cousin before you dropped big dollars on this guy. This is a lot more affordable option. Oh, and then I did want to show you what it looked like in, this is the cover I've been using for my cousin. It's a Foxy Fix, really nice. It fits in super easily, so you would probably be fine to use it in any of your A5. Just put it like that. It's good to go. It fits perfectly fine, so if you liked this setup but you didn't really like this cover, because I will say it does feel cheap. It's like plasticky. I mean, it's super light. It's not like this leather. So if you like this design but you didn't like this cover, you'd be good to use it in pretty much any A5. This is an A5 perfect fit for the Hobonichi, I think, because it's got this line. So really thought it was a cool little planner, and I hope that my video was helpful. If you have any questions about how to order this planner, or my thoughts, further thoughts on it, or how to use Amazon Japan, anything like that, let me know and I will help any way I can. But that is all I have for you guys for now. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.